Hi everyone, so today we're out at Tallimba, which is about an hour west of Temora, and out here we have some different projects and trial sites, and this one in particular is part of a project called Organic Ameliorants. So the project is led by Terry Rose from Southern Cross University, and it also involves New South Wales DPI and the EPA. So Organic Ameliorants, we're using different products. This trial in particular is chicken manure, and this trial is just looking at phosphorus. So can we use this chicken manure as an alternative source of phosphorus? Every year we put on a maintenance rate in our fertiliser of MAP or whatever we're using, but instead of doing that, can we use an alternative source such as chicken manure? And does it have the same effect on the crop as using a synthetic fertiliser? So we've worked out exactly the concentration of the phosphorus in the manure, and then we've worked out our treatments based on that. So this year the trial is all sown to canola, and because we're only looking at phosphorus, we need to make sure that we take all the other nutrients out of the equation. So to do that, we've put on a lot of extra synthetic fertiliser with nitrogen in it to make sure that we're not seeing a nitrogen response across the trial. So we've put about 400 kilos of nitrogen on in different stages, right from before sowing through to stem elongation, and then we've also put on some potash and some other trace elements, copper and zinc, just to make sure that we're not seeing the effect of those nutrients in this trial. So the main purpose of the trial is if we can use chicken manure as a source of P instead of synthetic fertiliser such as MAP or single super. So our treatments, we've matched a rate of phosphorus in manure to a rate of synthetic fertiliser. So we've done that right through from 0 through to 60. So behind me here is one of the 60 treatments. So this has had chicken manure applied, and it's enough manure to contain 60 kilos of phosphorus. So in another place we'll have that same treatment, but instead of using manure, we'll have used single super, and that treatment will also have 60 kilos of phosphorus applied. So that's the range of treatments that we have, and then we also have a ploughed and an unploughed. So if you see on this side over here is our unploughed, and I'm here on the ploughed. So after we've applied the manure, we then only incorporate half of the treatment. So we're seeing the effect of incorporation of the manure product into the soil or just leaving it on the surface. Because we think that we'll probably lose a bit, it'll gas off if it's just left on the surface, that we might get a better result if it's ploughed in. Obviously there's going to be some negative effects of that as well, but we'll be able to see that over a 3-year period of this trial. So the measurements that we take in this trial, we'll take grain yield, we'll measure P concentration in the grain, but also through the year we're taking regular biomass cuts so that we can see if there's a change in the P concentration in the plant itself through the year, and we can map the change through the season. So we're taking a biomass cut about every 2 weeks in certain treatments, and then we can work out the P concentration in the plant each time. So we need to remember that we're not trying to say that manure is going to mean the crop yields more. If anything, we want the super treatments and the manure treatments to be equal. And so we're creating a P response curve because we've got those 5 kilo P treatments right through to 60 kilo P treatments. And hopefully we'll see a very similar response curve in both the manure treatments and the super treatments. So we've chosen one in the middle, our 20 kilo treatments to do the regular biomass cuts on. And so that we're going to the same plots every time, and we'll measure the P concentration in the plant right through the year. So we're here now at another trial site at Tallimba, but it's part of the same manure project. But this site was just established in 2021. So it's now in the 2nd year, and we haven't applied any more manure or single super to this trial. So it's only from last year. So this year we're running it again on the same ground to see the legacy effect of the different rates of manure. We didn't see a huge response last year from the different manure treatment rates, but that was because it was a field pea crop, but we definitely think we'll see it this year in the canola. We'll see the legacy of the different rates, as well as the legacy of the field pea crop as well. So we'll be able to track that. We'll have both sites running. We'll probably do a third year as well on the same ground, and we'll be able to get some really good results. So thanks for watching, and we'll be keen to show you the results as they come through.